So on this side, same story. You can see that there was a chunk of brake material in there, but you can see some wedged right there, a big old chunk. That's behind the piston. So this side I could move the I could move the tire when I had it jacked up, but it was hard to move. The other side I couldn't budge it at all. But you know, it's possible that this side could be even worse. It might have failed first, and there could be no friction material left on that. So I guess I'm gonna pull it apart right now. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that. Oh no. That brake plate shouldn't be tight on there. There we go. Yeah, that disc is stuck to the plate. I'll take that out. So the disc is wanting to come with that plate, which is not. I'm gonna say that's not a good sign. Oh man, there is nothing left on there. That makes you wonder how they engineer that, if they make that softer than these plates and the piston, and we should be okay. And I don't, you know, it's obviously got hot, the markings on there, but I think it's okay. Yeah, there's nothing left of that disc. Nothing at all. The piston, you know, you can see it's been wearing on there, but to the touch, I really don't. Even, you can see them grooves, but running my nail across there, it's hard to notice it. So, you know, being as this ain't no brand new tractor, I'm gonna say that piston's probably okay. I'll show you how I get that off next, I guess, because it's a bear. Oh. Turn that over, there is a little material left on the one side. That was against the piston. So on the other side, I got it started by pushing on the brakes. So unless there's a leak in there, that should start it for damn sure. But it can only move it a couple millimeters, and then it or maybe, I don't know, 5 millimeters, and then it loses its working range, and then it will start to leak that fluid out because it pushes that piston past its sealing surface. Oh, oh, that's all she's got. That reservoir's empty. Used it all up on the other side. But I was learning on this side. So it either moved or there's so much of that wedged in there. Good grief. Look at all that. It's just full of it. Oh man. So this is how I did it on the other side. And I did not come up with this. I read it somewhere. Somebody else on the internet had done it. I gotta get that light out of the way. Yeah, it's kind of amazing how tight that is in there. And I think it's just tight because it's on them roll pins. Press fit on them roll pins. So you got a jack on her pretty good, but she's coming. Let's try to shed some light on this. I was gonna try to use two of them, but seems like I can only do one spot at a time. I'm gonna stand up. There, I got past the sealing surface. That old fluid's gonna drain out of there, which will be good. There is water in there. You've got to be kidding me. How does water get in there? I even got this documented. That is water. Because it's not mixing with that hydraulic fluid. That's what caused this brake failure. But what I don't understand is how that could get into this brake system, because it is, gosh darn, that's aggravating, because it is sealed off. Even when you open that bleeder up top, this whole area is full of that fluid. Oh man, that's aggravating. I suppose what could happen, water is heavier than that oil, so if some of that got in there, it would drop to the bottom and just be resting down here, you know, inside of that piston, and there is no way to get rid of it. How would you get rid of it? Because that bleeder's clear up there. And when you're pumping the brakes to clean out, to purge the air out of that bleeder, you're basically just pumping fluid from that brake pedal over to here. It's really not circulating nothing in here. Oh, this just looks terrible. The other side wasn't super clean, but it was nothing like this. And I did not see any water on that side. And the owner of this tractor did say that soon after he got it, he fired it up. It was a cold day. He went out on the road to go. He's going to run down the road to refuel it. And according to him, he said the right tire, the right wheel locked up on him, and he kind of spun around into the ditch. And I guess he wasn't kidding. So maybe what happened was that water that was down here caused that to engage. I don't know. It's hard to understand why somebody'd let that happen. So if water got into the hydraulic fluid, got pumped through the system, ended up in the brakes for some reason, then this could have happened. Man, oh man. Did I do that? I don't think so. See, now even though that fluid is not creating a seal anymore, it's still tight because it's on them. Loose. Yeah, I think the piston's fine. Put new seals in it, clean it up.